Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create interactive Google Slides. My name is Stephanie Brunetti. If you have any further questions about this information that I'm about to show you, please don't hesitate to reach out and email me. And also you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Spartans LMC. So that's the library social media site. And so I encourage you to tell your students to also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Spartans LMC. The functions we will cover today are inserting sound, embedding video, inserting bulletin boards and screens, inserting animated stickers, inserting Bitmoji, creating drag and drop slides, linking to Google Classroom, linking to Google Forms, and linking to various slides within the slideshow. I will go over a couple add-ons, and I'm suggesting Unsplash, Extensus Fonts, and Magic Rainbow Unicorns. I'm also going to cover a couple extensions, and so I'm suggesting Eyedropper and Bitmoji. So these links here, which I will also give you access to, all link you to the Google Chrome store where you can insert the add-ons or extensions. So all of those that are listed are hyperlinks that's going to take you to the Chrome store. The first thing that we'll talk about is the extension called the Bitmoji. So Bitmoji is where you can create that cartoon avatar that you see right there in the middle. The way that it works, though, is that you have to create the Bitmoji from the Bitmoji app from a mobile device. So from an iOS or an Android device, you have to install the app, create your personalized avatar, and then you can add the extension onto your Chrome browser. So I'll show you how that works. So in order to get these avatars into your Google slide, you have to access the extension. So I've already installed this extension, and so it lives up here. You see in my Chrome toolbar up here, the symbol for Bitmoji is this, and when I click on it, then I have this whole host of options of avatars that I can insert into my slideshow. You can also search for things. So I'm going to type in the word fall and see that these are a bunch of options that they're giving me to insert. So I click on that and just drag and drop it over to my slide. And there it is. So it is a transparent image or a PNG. So you notice that the background is all transparent. So it is not going to make a box blocking all of your words. It kind of just has the image there for you, and the rest of it is transparent. So you can scale it however you want. So it's as easy as clicking on the image that you want and dragging it over, and that is how you insert your Bitmojis onto your Google Slides. The next thing I wanted to show you is an add-on, and this is an add-on for Google Slides only, and it's called Unsplash. So Unsplash gives you access to these beautiful and copyright-free photographs that you can insert into your Google Slide presentation just to, add some interesting elements to your Google Slide presentation. So this background of all of these leaves and then these 4 images in the corners, those are all Unsplash images. And so I will show you how to insert Unsplash images. So again, it is an add-on, and the add-ons are listed here in your toolbar. So if you click add-ons, go to Get Add-ons, and then you type in Unsplash, and here it is available for you. Your bar will say Install if you don't have it already installed. So because it's already installed, mine doesn't say Install, but that's how you add an add-on. So again, to open those add-ons, then you go to Add-ons and click Unsplash Images, Insert Unsplash Photo. And do you see here listed, it's showing you all of the beautiful images that you can insert into your slideshow. You can also search for a keyword for photos that you're looking for. So again, I'm going to type in the word fall and show you all of these beautiful images that they give me access to when I type in that keyword. So I'm going to simply click on an image, and it's going to put it right there in my Google Slideshow for me. So I can resize this image if I only wanted a little bit of it, or you can use it as your entire background. So that is Unsplash. I think it's very easy and beautiful images that they give you access to. The next thing I wanted to show you is called Extensis Fonts. It gives you interesting and fun fonts to use. And I know that Google Slides and Google Docs already gives you quite a few fonts, but I just like the way that you view and access extensive fonts rather than, the toolbar method in, changing your font text. So I'll show you how to do that. So once you're in Google Slides, again, this is an add-on. So if you don't already have this Extensis Fonts add-on, you need to go to the Get Add-ons like we did previously with Unsplash. But you click Start, and all of these fonts are going to live right here on the right-hand side. And so I like that it's easy to see from here. I'm going to sort these by trending and find an interesting font to use and show you how easy it is to change this font, okay? So I like this font called Creepster. So what I have to do first is I have to highlight all of these words, and then I click on the font. And then, this is the tricky part, you have to refresh the screen. So I'm going to reload this screen. And it changed the font for us. So you can see how easy it is to change the font when the Extensis Fonts add-ons lays directly to the right of your slide. It makes it easy to pick and choose which fonts that you want. I should mention that Extensis Fonts is also an add-on that you can do in Google Docs. Okay, Magic Rainbow Unicorn is the next add-on that I'll show you. Magic Rainbow Unicorn makes the text into a rainbow pattern, just like you see the title up there. So I will show you how that works. Again, Magic Rainbow Unicorn is an add-on. So if we go up to our add-ons and go to Magic Rainbow Unicorn Slides and click Start, you can make the words into an original rainbow configuration, like you see is previewed here. Or if you wanted to change the colors, like let's say you were going with like a blue to green hue, you can change these colors. But I'm just going to highlight all of the text and click Original Rainbow Colors and start the rainbow magic. And you see right there, it's nice and beautiful. It's a pretty easy add-on just to add, some interest and some different things to your slides to bring attention to your slides. Okay, the next thing I wanted to show you is an extension. This is called Eyedropper. So this is an extension because it's just like Bitmoji. It lives on the Chrome browser. So what Eyedropper does, it allows you to select somewhere on your screen where you want to duplicate that color. So these words eyedropper here. Let's say I preferred to make it, like a dark brown, like this leaf down here, or maybe green, and I wanted to pull in those exact colors. I can easily do that. So let me show you how that works. Again, it's an extension. So my extensions live up here by the URL. And it's this symbol here, eyedropper. I'm going to click on that. And so now I choose pick a color from the web page. So I'm going to choose that. And let's say I want to duplicate this pretty orange that's in this leaf here. So I'm going to drag my cursor. Do you see how my cursor has this box next to it? I'm going to drag my cursor onto the color orange that I want to duplicate. So I'm going to then just click. And now you see in the upper right-hand corner where my extension lives, that box next to the eyedropper is that exact orange that I clicked on. So I'll do it again to show you. So again, you click on eyedropper, you pick a color from a web page, and then you hover over what color it is you're trying to duplicate. So now I'm hovering over this green shade here. So I'll click on that. And now you'll see in the upper right-hand corner that my eyedropper is green. So when I click on this number here, this 8E9711, that's called a hex code. And that is the exact code of colors that tells my computer what color it is that I'm choosing. So I'm just going to highlight that. I'm going to press Control-C and copy that. Then I'm going to go over here to my text and highlight it. Then I want to change the text color. And it's a custom color. So down here under custom, I'm going to hit the plus sign. And then I am going to change this hex code. I'm going to Control and V, which is paste. I'm going to paste that new color and click OK. And you see that now my text has changed to that exact color of green that I chose from this leaf. It's a really nice way to have your slides look congruent and all match within the same theme. It's very nice visually when you can have the text be the same color theme as your images in your slides. Now, because this extension lives right here in the Chrome browser, you can use this eyedropper when you're making like websites, or if you're doing something within Google Docs. You can always add or find the hex color you need right there from eyedropper. Okay, the next slide shows us how to import audio. And this is a couple-step process. So first of all, I'll go over it and tell you what you do, and then I'll take you through it step by step. So first you need to record your voice, obviously. These are two options, Online Voice Recorder and Vocaroo. Both work very simply and very similarly, but I prefer Online Voice Recorder because you can trim a little bit. You can cut off the beginning or you can cut off the end of your voice recording. That is not something you can do within Vocaroo. So you go to your Online Voice Recorder, you record whatever message it is that you want your students to hear. Then once your message is recorded, you have to take that MP3 file and upload that to your Google Drive. And then once it's uploaded to your Google Drive, you have to change the share settings so that anyone that clicks on it can listen to the link, and then you import it into your slides. So I will show you how to do that. So first of all, Online Voice Recorder. You click here, and the record is as simple as clicking the button. And you notice that as I'm talking, it is recording my voice. And whenever you're finished with your instructions, you just click that record button again. You can trim simply just by dragging the beginning or the end over, and then everything that is highlighted is what is going to be in your MP3 file. So if this is what you want to save, you click Save, and it is going to put it in your downloads. And it defaults to calling it Record Online. So it puts it where it's saved in your downloads file. So then what you have to do is you have to go to your Drive account. From your Drive account, you need to do New File Upload, because you're going to upload this recording that you just did, okay? So in my downloads, it's the most recent thing that I inserted. So I click on that, I open, and it's uploading my voice recording here. Once that upload is complete, this is super important. Notice that as I'm talking, once you upload it, you need to change the share settings. So we do this all the time when we're sharing a document or Google Sheets or slides. Whenever we're sharing something, we need to make sure that the share settings are set correctly. Right now, it defaults to restricted. Only people added can open this link. We want to change that. So we need to click on Change It, and we need to change it so that anyone with the link can open this. So anyone on the internet with this link can open it as a viewer. Once you change that, you click Done. Now you go back to your interactive slide, and we're going to import it here. So I'm just going to put my Bitmoji in there. Let's say hello is what I want to say to the students. And this box here, we can kind of cover over it. So let's try to do that. This is something we can easily do. We're going to insert a shape. We're going to insert a call out. We're going to make our own call out. I'm going to choose this one. And I'm just going to cover over where hers is at. And so that way we have our own call out. We just got to play around like with this shape a little bit, adjust it a little so we cover everything. And that should be good enough. So now we've got our own call out over me. And in this call out, we're going to insert that audio. So then we insert audio. And this is the most recent. It defaults to the most recent one that you have. For easy finding within your drive, you can rename them. So I'm just going to select that one. And it inserts this little audio symbol, okay, the speaker symbol. And there's a few things you can do. I don't want it to click automatically. I don't want it to loop. All of these things we can adjust just by clicking on it. So I want it to start playing when I click on it, and I want it to stop when I change the slide. So I'm going to make this just a little bit larger. And sometimes students need to be told to click on the audio. So you might want to insert an arrow. There we go. Insert a line and insert an arrow and just kind of point to it so that students know to click on it. I'm going to change it to a line weight that's thicker so that students can see it better. So now there's like this arrow kind of telling students that they need to click on this. So when they see their slide, it looks like this, and they'll know they have to click on that. So again, inserting audio is a couple-step process. First, you have to record it using some sort of online voice recorder. Then you have to upload that file to your Google Drive account. Then from within the slides, you have to insert that audio, but you have to make sure that you've changed the share settings of that audio clip from that MP3 file so that anyone who clicks on the link can listen to it. Okay, the next thing that I will show you is how to insert images. I'm sure you've seen lots of different types of Google Slides that look like a teacher's classroom or a teacher's offices. And the way that they do that is they just insert a bunch of images. Here I've inserted a TV and I've embedded a video within this image so that when students click on this video, it starts playing for them. But also I've inserted this whiteboard, and I made this whiteboard something that students can click on. And it jumps them to a YouTube video. Okay, so in this slide, I've embedded a video, and then I've also linked to a video. And I'll show you how to do both of those things. Okay, so first let's insert a TV or a bulletin board or a whiteboard here. So we're going to insert an image. I'm going to search the web. So again, insert image, search the web. I'm going to look for a transparent TV. And the reason I need it to be transparent is because I want, just the TV to take up space on my slide. I don't want, the box around the TV to take up space. So I'm going to click on this. Well, I'll click on this like old school looking TV and I'll insert it. And there is my old school television. And I want a video to be placed right in the middle of it. So this is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to insert a video. I'm going to search for it. This instructional tutorial is actually really helpful. So it's worth your watch. So I'm just going to then resize this. So it's like the same size as the TV there. And so now when students see the picture of this TV, it looks like there is a video that they can click and watch from right within there. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to insert a whiteboard. So again, we're going to insert an image, search the web, transparent whiteboard. All right, so this is the whiteboard that I had inserted in that previous slide. So here is my whiteboard. And I want some text written on this whiteboard. So I'm going to put some instructions in there. So I'm going to insert a text box. This text box is going to go right here. And I'm going to give the students some instructions. Don't forget to watch the TED Talk. Okay. So now students know that they have to watch that. And then I'll also put click here. All right, so I have my text now on the whiteboard, but I need to make that text box a link, or I can make this whole image a link. I'm going to make the whole image a link. So now that the image is highlighted, I just click link, insert a link, and then I'm going to type in that URL to that TED Talk that I want the students to watch. Okay, so you can link to anywhere. You can link to YouTube. You can link to some other web page that you want students to go to. You can link to a Google site, a Google form, a Google Classroom post, a Google Classroom assignment, or you can link to other slides in this presentation, which I'll show you that in a couple more slides. Okay, so that's how you insert furniture into your Google Slides presentation. Insert an image. Make sure you're searching for a transparent image or a PNG image, so that way you don't cover up too much of your slideshow. Okay, this slide is an example of a couple different things I have going on. So I inserted my image with my Bitmoji right over the top of it. Then I also inserted a text box and I inserted a sticker. So that animated sticker is the fireworks, because I want to bring attention to this announcement for my students. And I also inserted another sticker, an animated sticker. So I will show you how to insert the animated sticker and how to ghost a shape and hyperlink it. So here we go. Let's go to giphy.com, GIPHY.com. And here I will type in the word arrows. And so there's GIFs, but there's stickers. Stickers is what I want. So stickers, again, is a transparent image. It's a PNG. So these are the ones I used previously. Maybe this time I will use these arrows. So you click on what you want, right-click on that image, you're going to save that image. I'm going to save it to my desktop because it's easy to get to. And so now I've got this GIF, these stickers, which is a .gif file. And on this slide, I want to point to these words here. So now I just go to Insert that image. I'm going to upload it from my computer. Remember, I just saved it on my desktop. And I called it animated arrows. And there we are. There are my animated arrows. Okay, so when a student sees the slide, it's bringing attention to the words that I have here. Okay, now sometimes students say, well, I tried clicking on the page and I couldn't get to, I couldn't find where the hyperlink was on the page. So if you want to just make this whole page a hyperlink, it's super easy to do. What I like to do is insert a shape and then make that shape a hyperlink and then make that shape transparent. So I'll show you how to do that. So insert shape. I'm going to insert the shape as a rectangle. I'm going to make it big, just about, as big as my entire slide. And I am going to hyperlink this shape. So by clicking that insert link, and I'm going to tell them to go to a certain website and apply it. So now this shape is a hyperlink, but obviously that shape is doing me no good because now I can't see the content on that slide. So I need to change the color of the shape. So that fill color, I actually don't want it to have a color. So now I'm going to make it transparent. And then do you notice there's still a box around that shape? I don't want that either. So I highlight that shape. This border color is what I'm going to take away. So again, I click on that and make that transparent. And now you can't even tell that there is a shape on this slide. So when the student looks at the slide, no matter where they click on this page, they're going to essentially be clicking on that shape, which is a hyperlink. So I click on that and it takes them exactly to that web page that I had linked to. Okay, the next type of slide I'm going to show you is one that jumps to a different place within your slideshow. So I see this a lot where, teachers will maybe have like a bookshelf or, days of the week, like I have shown here, where each of these things that they click on will jump them to a different slide within this same whole slideshow presentation. So on Monday, they're going to click here, and that's going to take them to a certain set of instructions for the day for Monday. Tuesday, they would click here, and that takes them to a separate set of instructions. Same thing with Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But it all lives within this same document. So on Monday, if a student clicks there, they know they've been taken to Monday, and that this is the first thing they do, and then this is the second thing that they do. So again, I've made these words different hyperlinks. So the first thing a student does, they click on first, and they turn in all their assignments by Friday. So it takes them exactly to this Google Classroom assignment. After they do that assignment, they go back to their slideshow and they know, oh, this is the second thing that I am supposed to do. So the second thing I have made into a drag and drop slide because I wanted to show you that. So I'm forcing students to make a copy of this document because students can't all work on the same document. They need their own individual document. So if you put it in Google Classroom, you can have them, you force them to make a copy of the document. Or if it's not in Google Classroom, the way that you make this happen, where students are forced to make a copy of the document right off the bat, is just usually this big long URL at the top. This word right here that I highlighted, copy, usually that says edit. But if you erase edit and you write the word copy, then it makes this whole thing happen. So students are forced to make a copy. And then here are the drag and drop slides. So I made this into an assignment. These things can also be done within Pear Deck, but if for some reason you don't want to use Pear Deck, or for whatever reason you want to make it into a Google slide, you can do that too. So you'll notice on this first slide, drag the name of the state over the correct state. So this background here, I can't edit this, I can't drag, I can't do anything, I can't mess around with the instructions. The only thing that's movable are the things that I want students to move. Okay, so that's what is movable. And then the student, would submit this or turn this into you. So you could do a formative check to check their understanding. So this is one example. Here's like another example, putting things into categories. It's easy for students to drag and drop that way. You can also ask students to insert text boxes so that students can write a free response. So here the directions tell you to name and describe 4 events in history, and they have to add a text box. In the directions, I put the text box symbol so that students could easily recognize that that is what they're supposed to insert. So they click on a text box and they insert their text box here. Oops, I'm sorry. So they insert their text box here and they start writing their event, and they'll describe their event there for you. So none of the other stuff on this slide is movable. They can't move these boxes around or anything like that. The only thing they could do or should do is insert a text box and write that text box in the places that the directions tell them to. So I will show you how to create a drag and drop slide. So I'm going to start a new slide. I'm going to recreate this first slide here. So I started a new blank slide. I'm going to insert an image, search for the web. I'm going to transparent United States map. And I'm going to search for, this first one works for what I need it to. And there it is. So I'm going to resize it. And then I'm going to insert a text box for my directions. Oops. Okay, so here are the directions. Now, the problem is all of this stuff is movable, and that's kind of frustrating for students. We don't want the task to be movable, and we also don't want the directions to be movable. We also don't want the students to be able to erase these. So what I have to do is I have to take a picture of the slide and then make that picture the background of a slide. So I will show you how to do that. So do you see along the left-hand side here that the 4th slide is highlighted? From there, we need to go File, Download. You're going to download it as a JPEG. So again, that's File, Download, Download as a JPEG, which is an image file. So now that image file is right here in my downloads. So now I can make my drag and drop slide. So I'm going to insert a new slide. It's a blank slide. I need to change the background of this blank slide. So background, going to choose an image. So this JPEG that I just saved is the image that I want to use. So I just clicked and dragged that over. And now my new slide, the students can't mess around with the directions. They can't mess around with this background. So this is the working slide that I want to use. Here is where I insert a text box. And okay, so now I've inserted the text box, and this is the only thing that they can drag and drop over. So drag and drop slides work nicely if you're trying to have students match like a word to a definition, or put things in like the correct process or order. You can, put things in like a Venn diagram and have students, manipulate the words, or even equations. You can make little text boxes of numbers, and students can appropriately put an equation together. So there's lots of different ways that you can use drag and drop slides. Okay, let's go back to the interactive slide. So this is an example of a couple different things that I've done that I've already showed you. So this circle here is one of those animated stickers that I showed you from Giphy.com. And then this whole page here, I have made a transparent or ghosted shape. So anywhere the student clicks on, it's going to take them to my Google form where I have their exit ticket, where I can do some formative assessment on students. So again, it's super easy to insert a shape and make the whole slide a hyperlink, so it's easy for students to get to. Okay, so we've already done that previously, where we've added Google Form links and Google Classroom links. I also showed you how to make drag and drop slides. Before I close this up, I don't think I pointed out how to hyperlink to a different spot in the slide. Okay, so like this is Monday's instruction, but if I wanted to have Tuesday be a separate set of instructions, then that students jump to, then I need to, make another slide. So I just duplicated that slide. In this new slide, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to copy this picture. So I'm going to right-click, copy. I'm going to right-click, paste it, and drag it to where I want it to go, so that each student knows, like, when they click on these slides, like what the day of the week instructions it is actually. And so then here on this slide, I need it to link to spot 22 in my slideshow. So I make sure that that image is highlighted. I go to this link symbol up here, insert link, and then an option is slides in this presentation. So I have all these options. I want it to link to slide number 22 because that's my Tuesday instructions. So I link it to slide number 22 and I apply it. So now when a student is in present mode and they click on the hyperlink to Tuesday, they're taken to Tuesday, and then there's going to be a separate link for their assignments and maybe exit ticket for Tuesday. So I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions for me, please don't hesitate to email me and I will help as best as I can. Thank you and good luck. Before I close, I should mention that this whole slideshow is a template that I got off of Slides Carnival. Slides Carnival is an online place that you can go to for free templates that are beautiful to use in your Google Slides. So I suggest you give it a look because Slides Carnival has a lot of very interesting and unique slide templates for you to use.